Hello, this is Overlord Nigel and
hbkadam.
And this is our first playthrough, or let's play, of Sonic 3 and Knuckles.
I do like that music.
It's good.
Alright, this one just to show you, I've played this before. It's me and hbkadam has played this, and you can play this as either Sonic, Tails, or Knuckles, or as we are playing this through Sonic and Tails.
Now, the start of the game is Sonic. Now, there's a bit of argument over what time period this is after 2 or after CD or whatever, but we basically make it to the floating island where we're attacked by the mysterious echidna Knuckles, who basically steals around and pisses off.
If I remember correctly, he is actually mentioned in the instruction manual, so you do know who he is, if you bother reading that type of thing anyway.
Or if you're playing the Xbox version, you don't have it, so fuck cheese.
Right, this is one of the first special stages. Just got to break this wall down here. And
enter a special stage, you have to go through the gold warp ring,
which are just lying around the place. And the objective of these special stages is to collect the blue spheres that you appear and you see running through. The object is to collect them and dodge the red ones.
Obviously, if you hit the red ones, you get teleported out of the special stage, and it's game over for this special stage.
You can go back and do it later if you find another warp ring, but yeah, that's will explain later.
Here you can see what happens if you hit a red spree.
Yep, not the best start. There we go.
Also, as you just saw there, the metal spheres are basically springs that bounce you back.
There's also yellow ones which spring you about the place, where you'll see them later on anyway.
Now, what we'll try to do is not a speed run through exact, but it's an attempt at a perfect run through when you're a bit rusty.
Perfect, I wouldn't call it anything but perfect.
Yeah, now, we did have a few problems later on, again, proving because we are a bit rusty. Remember, he's not as good as he used to be as Adam.
Well, no, not really, but we did alright.
Now, right, this is the first boss.
No, this is the appearance of the first boss.
This is the first boss, or sub-boss. Something that was brought new into Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Basically having a mid-level boss at the end of each act.
And here's one of the bonus stages. One of my favourites. This one is from the Sonic and Knuckles. I don't know what this one's called actually. I couldn't find the name for it online anywhere. We'll just do a little bit of research.
It's a spinny, whirly, McGiggy fun.
Anyway, the point of these is to go through the little blue spheres. They can give you different items, like I've now got Thunder Shield. I'll explain in a while. And use them to throw yourself up to the top of the level, collecting rings and whatever else appears from the things that goes along.
Now, the top 2 spheres you've got here are the most important, because one's 50 rings and one's an extra life, so always helpful. And that was us getting an extra life.
Yep, and also here's another special stage for you. When you go back down. There we go.
Hope you remember where these are. We're not doing it again.
So, something I didn't point out earlier. A good way of collecting blue spheres in these levels is to make red squares around them. As you can see what I'm doing now, let's go around the outside of, well, it's a rectangle, but there we go. When you do that and collect a whole red row, they all turn all into rings. Now, you are meant to try and collect as many of the rings as possible. If you get 50, you get an extra continue, and if you get all of them, you get lots and lots of points. Enough for another life, I believe.
Yep, that's what I believe as well.
I'm not sure I've actually said that one off in the run through, but...
Now, one thing that you will notice is as you get further in the stage, it does speed up. It's obviously making it harder. Now, generally, unless you want to show off, I advise not going for all the rings, because as you can see in the earlier playthroughs, it does cause a bit of trouble, because while you're collecting the rings, that speed is increasing.
As you can probably hear by now.
Now, unfortunately, these do get incredibly fast too, as my granddad would refer to it. Rather a bit of a blur. Well, it didn't really work when we tried to use this to introduce him to gaming.
I still have problems trying to get him to work his VCR 9 times out of 10. How do I get him to gaming?
Yep. Well, here we are, our first Chaos Emerald, which, believe me, after the trouble we had when we first started playing this again, was a big thing.
Yeah, I didn't know how we kept getting distracted whilst we're playing this, but that's a different story.
Yeah, one that involves lots of swearing and curse words. Alright, back to Angel Island Zone. So,
Can't really do that after a special stage, just so you know.
Now, info that I do have on this stage, basically the idea is it's a peaceful sort of hamlet area that gets burned to the ground. That's all. Depending on whose game you're actually playing, and we might do the Knuckles storyline if we get enough views on this. Basically, long story short, if you're playing as Sonic, it's the evil Robotnik.
Or Eggman if you're American.
Yep. And it's the Egg Bot if you're playing Knuckles. Now here's the first boss. The trick to fighting this boss...
It's not to do what I did at the end there.
Yeah. Is to get a fire shield and just hit him.
There is other ways of doing it. If you don't have the fire shield, dodge the bit of fire and jump on top, basically, is the way to do it. Nice and easy as always, the Sonic first bosses are.
Also, just to remind you, saw there, thanks to Tails, your shield is not immune to exploding damage. Might be immune to fire, but not exploding. Thank you, Tails, for losing our shield.
Well, actually, I ran into the boss because Tails hit it. And another special stage for you all.
Now, the first level is actually the best place to go for special stages because there is tons.
I'm not entirely sure about this level, but I know on Sonic & Knuckles in Mushroom Hill Zone, I believe it's called. I know it's over there somewhere. That you can basically collect every single Chaos Emerald in the first level. As you can see here, same as the other ones. Normally these type of special stages follow a pattern or a sequence that basically, if you played it enough times, you'll remember it. But it should be easy enough to follow even if you haven't played it before.
Some of these are actually to the point where if you don't follow it, you've not got a chance.
There's definitely some of them later on, I can tell you that.
As you can see, again, it's just a case of follow the squares, do the bridge you go across. Not the most easy to talk about subject on this one. Yeah. Now, these special stages do get a lot harder as you progress. I warn you now. What do you want to say about them?
No, well, I just thought it might be a good time to explain about the shields I said I would a little while ago. You saw earlier I had what is called a Thunder Shield, or the Lightning Shield. Each shield gives you a special ability. That one gives you the ability to double jump, which is incredibly handy. I think the handiest out of 3. It also makes you nullified against electric, which only really appears in the final level of Death Egg Zone. And also, it attracts rings to you, so if you go past the ring but don't collect it, the rings will fly towards you, which is quite handy. Now I believe there should be a bubble shield around here soon. There we are. And here's one, the bubble shield. Basically, this shield gives you the ability to breathe underwater. As anyone who's played Sonic will know, the dreaded drowning sound. Its special ability is allow it to bounce.
It's not spike proof, by the way.
It is not spike proof, as just pointed out. So it gives you the ability to breathe underwater and to bounce. The more you bounce, the higher you get. And then the third shield you have is a fire shield, which I don't think we get anytime soon.
Earlier.
Yeah, we did have one earlier. That has a special ability of bursting forwards in a ball of fire. And also makes you immune to fire, thankfully, which is quite handy in quite a few levels, actually.
2 other things is to remember that, apart from the water shield, all shields get destroyed in water. Also, Energy weapons fired by badniks are actually projected back away.
Do you not know how much I swear at those Robotniks? This is another one of the bonus stages. This is from Sonic and Knuckles as well. And it's basically based on Casino Night Zone from Sonic 2 with a bit of Sonic 1 special levels tucked in for I suppose. Same as the old premise from the Casino Night Zone in Sonic 2. Faces and bars and jackpots appear on the slot machine as you go through. Depending on what you get slots of rings. If you see Robotnik, you basically get your rings. Well, 100 rings to be exact.
So, if you have 50 rings and you collect one of the rings that's in the stage, you gain a continue.
Which is quite handy. Well, it depends on how many lives you collect, but continues can be very handy.
As you can see there, demonstration, not just projectile weapons, but the spike balls, which is, I presume that's only in certain ones, though. I've seen spike balls that do hurt.
It's basically anything fired out by a badnik.
Yep. That's not obviously part of the badnik.
Yeah, don't try and do that with the Scorpion from later on.
Yeah.
Sonic and Knuckles. Sanopolis, sorry. Sanopolis. Yeah, that won't help you. Nor will it bounce off a badnik like that.
Is it me? Do those live sounds seem to get louder every time I hear it?
No, I don't think so. I think it's just you. Anyway, back in another water shield again. Probably not very handy at this point.
We should use the shield in this level.
Well, no, there's water at the beginning of this level.
Yeah, but generally it's not much help.
Yes, which is what I'll try to get on this one. I don't believe I had this one already, so let's explain it. Basically, you got these little. Oh, have you already had this one? Oh, okay, I'll be quiet. But yes, you can throw yourself out to the bottom, which is good if you're doing what I want to do. Just want to get the fire shield and get out as quick as possible.
I think we're getting the boss, aren't we?
Yeah, well, we've got the bomber, as you can now see. Best thing to do in this section, run, keep running. Now to demonstrate why.
Hit you, that hurts. And no, your shield cannot deflate bombs.
No, the explosion will still hurt you, even though it is fire with the fire shield.
So, yep, that's the flying battery flying overhead. I believe that's Robotnik's way of going, ha ha, I'm bigger than you.
You don't see into Sonic and Knuckles anyway.
No. Here we go, first proper boss.
And this boss is nice and simple. Robotnik appears from 5 different places. This will be one of them. He replicates that on the other side. And then here and the middle, it goes above and drops fire from above.
And one of the little tricks, as you saw a minute ago, is that when he goes behind the waterfall, you can still see him. It's very easy to defeat, especially if you have a fire shield.
As demonstrated, fire doesn't hurt you, but if you don't have the fire shield, it's an easy enough boss. It's just got a bit more thinking, a bit more time, and that's all.
It's basically just got to be careful. Anyway, this is us through Act 2, so
with a little bit of cutscene at the end. Something new for Sonic 3 and Knuckles as well.
Right, here comes Knuckles to send you to the Aqua Zone?
Aqua Zone.
No, Hydro City Zone, I do apologise.
Yes.
Anyway, if you enjoyed that, please feel free to like, subscribe. Also, we have our channel on YouTube, Facebook, which is Overlord Nigel. Easy enough to find. And feel free to comment any questions, any suggestions. We're open to everything. So hopefully we'll see you soon.
See you later. Bye.